so far, I would expect that the relationship would become probably more tense from an economic standpoint. Number one, because Trump has a mandate to try to create jobs for the American people and has blamed China as one of the culprits for the disappearance of jobs. Of course, that's not entirely true, but that is the narrative a lot of people believe. And so he would be under pressure to do something there. Secondarily, the people that he's appointed to look into staffing positions around dealing with the Chinese are people that have been historically anti-China. So someone like Peter Navarro, Michael Pillsbury at the Heritage Foundation, they've written books that clearly define China as a competitor, not an enemy to be feared. And so if they are appointed into top positions in the Trump administration, then we can expect certainly more tensions in trade and investments and probably many spheres. So I'm not terribly optimistic about that right now. He may abandon TPP, but that doesn't mean that he's not going to adopt some of those elements in a future sort of trade deal. Trump believes that he's a great deal maker, right? He said that over and over again on the campaign trail, and I'm sure that he would want to cut some kind of deal with China that he believes would be more favorable to the U.S. Even if it's similar to TPP, he's going to basically say that it's more favorable and spin it as such and call it a different name. I think that it's misplaced. It was probably rhetoric to help him get elected. The fact that he's going to pressure companies to move their operations back to the U.S. Will probably hurt profits for these companies, or if they come back or forced to come back, they are probably not going to hire people. They're probably going to just install robots to take care of a lot of the manufacturing. And it's a tough one for me to see how he can actually create jobs that way. I certainly can see him creating jobs by rebuilding the infrastructure. That seems to be a very obvious one. And so if Trump can get that through, then certainly he can create jobs there. But as far as manufacturing jobs that have offshored, if they're not going to be in China, they're going to be importing from other places. And it may not be Mexico because he hates that. He wants to rip up NAFTA as well, but there's still plenty of other, low-cost manufacturing countries out there. And so companies have their pick. And if Trump wants to force taxes on these companies for doing that, these companies may just decide to move their headquarters and decide not to be American companies anymore. So he doesn't have a lot of choices, and he may not realize that yet. Or if he does, he may change his tone. Like, he's backtracked on a lot of things in interviews with 60 Minutes and other places, and so he may not execute on all the things that he has claimed.